show you guys about this, the bolted lipless crankbait lure, is that it is adjustable. That is one of the unique things about this particular lure. It has the stainless steel bolts on the top and the bottom to add your weight and your rattle, so kind of multi-purpose. Could be three types of purposes. So right now there is no weight in the chamber. I have no weight in there, so you can hear it. There's nothing, no rattle. And I will demonstrate to you that it now acts like a topwater. And then what you can do with this is you take out one of these screws, one of the bolts, and then you add weight to it, and then it becomes a normal lipless crankbait, so more of a diver. It is a multi-purpose lure, you know, all in one. And that's what I like about it the most, is that you can fish it at multiple depths. So let's get started, and I'll show you guys how this thing works. And as you can see, definitely a ton of wake on the surface. So I don't know if there's even such a lure. So I mean, this would be considered it'd be like a topwater lipless crankbait. I don't know how else you could put it in a category. I'm trying to max it out almost, and it seems to, like, I don't know how to say it. It stays on the water like it wants to, like it's meant, you know, it's meant to be there. You know, I'm not forcing it to, you know, to stay at that depth. It actually feels like really good. Like it's very well balanced. See if you guys can see this a little better. So I'm like, you know, maxing it out on how fast I'm cranking it, and that thing still stays just right on the surface. It's not coming out, it's not rolling. It is staying like right there. That is with the zero amount of weight in the body. So now we're going to switch it out, and I'm going to put some weight in this thing. With a simple multi-tool or a screwdriver, you'll be able to pop one of these bolts out. I am using the stainless steel bolts. You know, you don't want those, you don't want them rusting. This is what I found to work the best so far. What I was originally using was buckshot from shotguns. We had just some laying around the house. I'm assuming most people don't have that laying around the house. So what I found to work, I'll be showing you guys in a second here, is some just some BBs. They're the .177 caliber BBs, and they fit perfectly into this lipless crankbait. I had adjusted a little bit so that would fit right with the bolt that I'm currently using. So yeah, like right there, I'm popping them in one by one, and you know, the more you fish with it, the more you'll know, you know, how much weight or how many BBs it's going to take to get the correct depth that you are going for. And what I like about this too is that with these screws on here, in the particular place that I put them in, they act like bumpers, which I think is really cool. So, you know, if this thing's bouncing off the bottom, bouncing and bouncing and bouncing, it's going to protect, you know, this lure from getting shredded, which I think is, you know, really neat, that like there's an added benefit, you know, for these, you know, bolts to be here, not only for added weight and balance to get the right vibration, plus you're being able to open and close these to add the weights to make it adjustable. And then plus, like I just said, you have the bumpers to protect the lure itself. I think a very cool idea how this all came together. All right, got that nice and tight. Oh, definitely can tell now it's casting a little bit easier, casting a little bit farther. And yeah, that definitely seems like it's diving down farther. The amount of customization to this lure, you know, it's gonna be basically limitless. It's kind of what fishing's all about. It's all about, you know, fine-tuning for the conditions you're in, because, you know, every time you go out fishing, it's never going to be the same. But this different temperature, different barometric pressure, and, you know, cloudy, sunny. What kind of fish are you fishing for? What color? What's the clarity of the water? So you're always, you know, trying to make adjustments. And I think having a lure that you can make that's adjustable I think, you know, that's going to only help you, I think, ultimately catch more fish. That is, whoo-hoo. Yeah, that is sinking now, man. You want to get that thing down. That thing, I like that. This actually, you know, obviously, well, I'm fishing a Cory, so it is pretty deep. This would be pretty ideal right here, man. That I can just tell that thing is sinking like a rock. You know, this is where, you know, it's gonna get it to the depth that you want fast. Shake, shake, shake. And there you go. Just like that, emptied. So now put the screws back in and you got yourself a topwater. A lot of people talk about how does the lure look on the fall, because with the lipless crankbaits, a lot of people, they'll rip them real fast and then they'll let them sink down, and that's a lot of times that's when you'll get a bite. Got one. Got one. Small one, I think, or he's just diving down. That moment you stop reeling or cranking on it, it like pauses and then it like darts one way and then it starts like sinking down. So it kind of goes off that true line where you're reeling it in, and I really think that is going to get the fish, you know, kind of triggered to go after that bait. So you rip it, then you let it sink, you rip it, you let it sink, but you still keep up with the slack in your line. So you're not really tugging on it, but you're keeping up with the slack as the lure is falling. So if you do get a hit, your line's right there, so you're ready to set the hook. Yeah, it looks really good. You know, you give it that pause and it like darts out, you know. I think that's pretty unique, and that'll definitely get the fish interested in your lure.